A big hello to anybody watching this. My name is BarriKade, and welcome back, finally, to Shadowrun Hong Kong. This is part 10. It's been quite a while since I did part 9. I will post a link in the annotation or description below. Either way, I hope you enjoy the rest of the videos. I've been gone for so long because I've been trying desperately to find a better microphone and a better recording booth, which I've ended up using with some PVC foam and a shoebox, funnily enough. So, it's been a while since we played. I hope you all enjoy, and I hope you enjoy the now clearer presentation quality. So, the last thing that happened, we were looking through Wampoa Garden, or Wampoa Garden, I should say, for the individual or creature that has been hunting down and killing the elders. We found what appears to be some sort of ceramic polyfiber armor that had been blasted off in a battle with the local Hong Kong police force and whoever this assailant was. On top of that, we found out that there was an elder magpie that they haven't really told us about, and things aren't really looking up for anyone. Except us, because we're going to do the job and we're going to get paid, and we're going to have lots of lovely new yin to roll around in and do whatever we want with. So, without further ado, I hope, let's get back into it. Alright, and there we go. Alright, so we have just talked to Wing K Kwok. She was the person about the armor. Welcome back, how may I help you today? Nope, I think we're good. Alright. No, let's talk to Elder Ng. Is there anything we can do for you? No, there is not. I just wanted to look around. And Rainbow's the hunter. Hey, good to see you again. Something else I can help you with. See you later, Rainbow. I actually, something I realized was that since my character speaks really abysmal Mandarin, I think it was, I actually should be doing him with the bad Chinese accent. The absolutely horrible racist Chinese accent, which I apologize for if anyone watching this is Chinese. It's not my intention to be racist. He says, with not having any real intention to begin with. But I think I'll leave off with the bad accents. No, I won't. What am I talking about? Let's talk about the display case over here. This bin is full of assorted chips, peripherals, and add-on modules for cyberdecks. They don't seem to be arranged in any coherent fashion and are spread across the felt surface. Well, search for the bin! You sift through the display case, searching for anything that might prove interesting. Isabel peers past you into the bins as you search. That's interesting. There's a lot of storage memory, I/O handlers, and active memory in this bin. I'm not seeing any MPCP hardware, response increased chips, or anything related to the hotshit decking Magpie was supposed to be into. In fact, you couldn't even build a full deck with this. Without the MPCP, it'd just be a glorified comlink. What do you think it means? Well, if I had to guess, I'd say somebody's cleaned her out. MPCP, response increase, biofeedback filters, and all that. They're easy to move, expensive, and highly illegal. All the rest of this crap is good, but it's nothing you wouldn't pick up in any electronics store. You'd have had to have known what you're looking for, though. Only a good decker would know what they're seeing. Could Magpie have taken them with her? Isabel gestures towards one of the other displays. A pair of small cyberdecks sit inside the locked case. I guess so, but if she did that, why would she leave the completed cyberdecks? No, I think this was theft. Interesting, so someone's come through and robbed Magpie. Magpie, for those who are only just joining me now, Magpie was the Wampoa Elder responsible for all of the hacking and all the data management. The front of the server's case hangs open, the inner machinery quiet and without power. A clipboard is stuck to the side by a piece of duct tape, its papers filled with a long list of programs and their prices. A quick glance over the program sheet reveals names like Bugs 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 and Black Hammer. Undoubtedly, this was Magpie's attack program storage machine. Ooh, Black Hammer's nasty. If you're in the Matrix and get hit with Black Hammer, that's real damage. Your brain starts melting in your head. Somebody's removed the drives, and it sure wasn't Magpie. Here, look. Isabel gestures to the innards of the open server. Near the back, a solitary red light blinks. The main drives were disconnected properly, but it looks like she modded the server to have a backup drive with its own battery-based power supply. If it was Magpie, she'd have taken that too. Crap. This is a Fuji XB1000, and it looks like the battery ran out a while ago. The XP1000s are constant write drives. They're dirt cheap and have a ton of capacity, but if they run out of power, they lose their data. We're not going to be able to get anything off this drive. Damn it. That would have been easy. Alright, let's see what's in here. Let's go and explore her toilet. Why not, you know? You search Magpie's bathroom. There's not much in here. A toothbrush, toilet paper, some hairpins, and a collection of cheap makeup. The combination bath shower unit, however, has minor flakes of a dry, reddish substance near the drain. Blood. Dried blood. Prying open the drain cover, it looks like quite a bit of it was shed as well. Shit. Maybe Magpie didn't take a trip after all. With that amount of blood, I'm guessing someone killed her quietly, and then drained her body in the bath. It'd make it cleaner to relocate. Clever. That's a careful plan. I'm thinking there's a lot more going on with these murders than we were initially told. First, they don't even mention Magpie to us, and now it looks like she's been killed. Something's not right here, BarriKade. Let's not mention this to the elders. If they're hiding anything, they may start cleaning up their tracks better. Agreed. We don't want them hiding anything from us. They're employed. Hang on, wait. Magpie's desk is the kind of messy most people only associate with rats' nests, hoarders, and deckers. The surface of the desk is littered with cigarette butts, half-finished cans of Psycaf, and scraps of electronics. A towering pile of empty instant noodle bowls sits next to it. Their sides are blazoned with Honest Wang's instant old-time lamian, and depict a line of top-hat-wearing caterpillars dancing with canes. Hey, awesome! I didn't think anyone but me liked Honest Wang's noodles. Flavor like you've never tasted in a package of instant noodles, I promise. Gobbet taps the side of one container. See? This one's cheese curry broccoli. I don't know why I never caught on, honestly. Duncan shoots you a sidelong glance, mumbling Soto voice. Gee, who could pass up the delicious taste of cheese, curry, and freeze-dried vegetables? Gobbet seems oblivious to Duncan's sarcasm. I know, right? People out there have no idea what kind of culinary delights they're missing. Search the desk. You gingerly root around the desk, doing your best to avoid the more disgusting piles and spills. It isn't easy. The desk's drawers are stuffed to overflowing with receipts, cigarette packages, optical cables, and chips. Most of the contents are boring, useless, and disgusting. While searching one of the bottom drawers, however, a low-quality tin lockbox catches your eye. Somebody has pried the latch off, leaving a ragged hole where a lock should be. The interior of the box has several sleeves for storing keycards, all of which are empty. A small note is taped to the interior of the box. Spare stockroom keys. The door is in the rear of Mrs. Yang's restaurant. Do not lose these. Use only if I am not available to open the stockroom. A stockroom, huh? So who broke the lockbox to get the keys out? Probably whoever cleaned up Magpie's equipment. I'm thinking you're right. Whoever tore the latch off the box was in a hurry. Any of the elders could have cracked the maglock without too much trouble, and most regular Wampoans could too. This seems like somebody who was tossing the place and wanted to get in and out as fast as possible. If someone was after Magpie's gear, her stockroom would be a gold mine. Well, well, well. Find a key to Magpie's stockroom. Well, I guess we should go, talk to, what was his name, Tang? This guy down here. Porterlamb, sorry. Oh, okay. I thought he had all the keys. Oh no, I have to go talk to the elders? Probably talk to the elders. I'll go talk to the elders. Alright. And in we come. Elder Ng. Okay. Oh no, I should probably talk to Mrs. Fredericks. Duh. Listen, you can say what you want about BarriKade, but never has he claimed to be an intelligent individual. Wait. Damn it. Alright, so we have to go up here. Oh, the sewer grate, that's right. So what do we got here? Get the bee, search the one-power drain, search for killer and one-power gun, find a key to Magpie's stockroom. Do I go into the storm drains first? I mean, where would I get a key? Maybe, this guy, that's right. Zippy. He seemed to be pretty chirpy about Magpie earlier. Nope. Alright. Well, this is, helpful. Maybe the detective down here? The journalist, sorry? How about you, Demerigo? Nope. Cater? How about you, buddy? Hey, can you tell me anything about this piece of armor? Cater shoots you a quizzical look. I own a street food cart. What makes you think I know anything about armor? Is it made of rice flour or something? I was hoping you could translate some Japanese on it. Oh, in that case, I can actually help you. Let me see. He turns the chunk of armor over in his hands, peering at it closely. After a moment, he hands it back. It says Renraku Kagoku. I know Japanese, I'm sure of it. It says Renraku Kagaku Kabushiki Gaisha. It's a Japanese name for Renraku Applied Sciences, the materials research brand of Renraku Asia. Where the hell did you get this anyway? Fishes have a drain in the parking garage. No kidding. It's a hell of a place to find a piece of high-tech armor that's got a Renraku mark on it. Why would it have been there? I think the serial killer fought some cops in there. Kate's expression turns dubious. I don't know much about the Megas, but this seems like some pretty rare armor to find on a serial killer. I don't think off-the-shelf armor has this research mark, and it seems pretty high quality. You'd have to be well connected to get something like this. See you later, Kata. Interesting, so it's Megacore armor. And if it's from Renraku, then I don't doubt that it's from one of their Crimson Samurai, who were essentially their elite military division. Let's go in the storm drains. Nothing can possibly go wrong there. Oh, the music turned ominous. Okay. Storm drain. What's in here? Body parts. Well, the disgusting pile of stinking human remains smells strongly of blood and the first stages of decay. The arms, legs, and organs here are heaped together like stacked firewood, leaking blood and gore across the floor. The parts contained therein appear to have been sliced away from the parent body, rather than torn or bitten. Judging by the clean cuts of the clean edges on the cuts, the blade used to sever these parts was extremely sharp. This is a whole world of messed up BarriKade. Isabel takes a moment to suppress a retch. You think the killer stashed these here? They're stacked. They've been organized. This is our killer, all right. Looking closer at the pile, one part stands out. It's a severed forearm and it's covered in tattoos. Words in a Slavic language and a shining lighthouse adorn the forearm, and ring-like images are inked on each finger. On the back of the hand, there's a skull inside a square. Whoever owned this arm isn't likely to be Wampoan, as the tattoos look they were poorly drawn and inked by hand, rather than a machine. Most likely, Russian criminal tattoos. Okay, so we have dead Vorier. Why have we got dead Vorier? That makes no sense. Alright, check the storm drain. Maybe we can find Magpie's bits. Despite the darkness, you see something glitter at the edge of the drain. Looking closer, it appears to be a necklace, a chain of some kind. It's become caught in the drain's grate, narrowly avoiding falling down the deep pit. Take the necklace! Lifting the necklace out of the drain, you turn it over in your hand. It's a simple silver pendant on a chain. The silver pendant depicts a long-tailed bird in flight, a magpie. Well, she did. That's very unfortunate. I was kind of hoping we could get Magpie to show up and help us, but no such luck, you know. What's over here? This looks like a bad... Oh! As you round the corner, you hear voices speaking out, just loudly enough for you to make out coherent sentences. The speakers are definitely not local. They speak with a slight Slavic accent, and their clothing is heavily armored. Around them are a number of crates and boxes, all mostly filled. It looks like the group is packing up. Yaroslav says the boat will be ready tomorrow morning. He's gotten everything arranged with the port authority. We move the goods to his warehouse, he'll handle loading them onto the ship, and we can get paid right here and then. The orc spits on the ground. I'll be glad to be done with this filthy place. I will too. I hate having to hide in these damn drains. It stinks down here. I can hear the devil rats running down the walkways. It's a mess and it's disgraceful. We shouldn't have to put up with this bullshit. And Alexander still isn't back from his little trip. We'll have to leave him behind if he doesn't get back soon. I know, Galina. Until Andre says we're in the clear from the Triads, we can't be seen with the goods on the streets. They find us, we go back to Vladivostok and sausage casings. Those Red Dragon Mudaki don't screw around when it comes to protecting their turf. Who knows? Maybe Alexander was stupid and they caught him. Either way, we'll have to lug this crap to the drains for a few clicks. Several boxes near the two women bear a distinctive label, a magpie in flight. The same emblem you saw stamped on Magpie's equipment in her shop. The orc woman sniffs the air suspiciously, and her eyes dart towards the dark tunnel you stand in. Before you have a chance to get out of sight, she locks eyes with you. Whoa, 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 whoa! The orc lifts her chin as she regards you, cracking her knuckles. What have we here? A curious little pest, come looking for things that don't concern him. What do we do with pests, Galina? Galina puts a hand on her shotgun's barrel. We break them, Vasilia. So Vasilisa? Vasilisa? Vasilisa. I don't know your name. We've only worked together for 10 years. Listen. And then we hammer a spike through each of their throats so anyone who sees our bodies knows not to meddle in our affairs. I suggest you stay where you are, pest. I'm not here to meddle in anything. I'm just looking for a serial killer. Well, you found some, friend. Us. You think you can just walk out of here after finding us? Think again. Andre is obviously the vor here. You're just enforcers, and he doesn't want to fight a scene while you're in Wampoa Garden. Vasilisa shoots Galina a sidelong glance. He's right, Galina. Andre would have our heads if we had to break cover before the shipment was ready. Shit! Galina lowers her shotgun, though her posture remains wary. You don't care what we're doing here? I have a job to do. This is incidental. So what do you want from us, then? You took Magpie's keycards, didn't you? Yes, we did. Alexander took one earlier. He said he wanted to sweep the stockroom, see if there was anything worth stealing in it. Vasilisa tosses you a keycard. Here, we don't have time for this. We have to move this gear. You want to play detective? Go right ahead. But, hang on. I want to talk to you, Vasilisa. I need to tell you. Vasilisa grunts by way of greeting. You again. What now? Is there anything you can tell me about the murders that I might not know? You think we got out a lot? I wouldn't have even known there were murders if I hadn't bothered to come out to get some soy calf last week. It's none of our business, and it isn't our problem. And I like it that way. Alright, well, see you later. Grumpy Russian gangsters, man. Admittedly, there's a lot more of them than there are of us, so I'm glad we didn't get involved in that. Port a lamb! Port a lamb! Port a lamb! Oh, alright, you don't care. Well, I guess we're gonna go over there. Yes, yes, to this place. This place here. You know what? What quest do we have? Search Magpie's stockroom. Where did we say the stockroom was? Magpie's secret stockroom. Damn it. Should have written it down. You suck. How about you, Breakahui? You know where the stockroom is? Nope. Mojnebi. How about you? Magpie's shop is missing a lot of gear. Know anybody who might be fencing it? In Wampoa Garden? No way. Most people are too shit scared of Magpie to pull that, and I definitely recognize anything of hers. She watermarked every program and engraved every chip. I wanted people to know where the good stuff came from. There's not a lot of places to hide that kind of gear around here, and we're all packed pretty tight. And this place gossips like a mahjong parlor at tea time. If I were you, I'd ask any other outsider types you could find if they heard something. Nobody local would risk bringing Magpie's eye down on them. All the rest of the Wampoans. We might cheat each other. We might cheat other people. We don't steal from each other. Anybody who gets caught doing that would get kicked out, or worse. See you later, Mo. Well, I believe that my friend down here, Zippy, is an outsider. That, or we go talk to the detective. Can you tell me anything about Elder Magpie? I found this necklace with his magpies. Zippy turns the necklace over in his fingertips. Yeah, that's hers, all right. Where did you find it? In the storm drains. It was covered in blood. Zippy takes a long, slow breath and exhales it loudly. Well, shit. Shaking his head, Zippy crosses his arms. I guess she didn't disappear after all. At least not in the way I thought. If that's where you found it, she's gotta be dead. So why'd the killer not make a mess like he did the others? That's what I aim to find out. Good. This business keeps getting weirder and weirder. Someone killed my friend. You find him, you make him hurt for me. Okay. Some of Magpie's gear is missing. Who'd have an interest in it? That depends. What's missing and what's still there? A lot of chips have been cleaned out, and software too. There's some fully built decks that are still there. Doesn't feel right to me. Mompoan wouldn't root through her things. It's not her way. Any kind of theft like that is taken very seriously. and nobody knows how to move chips. Nobody who knows how to move chips is hurting for money. Even if they were, the risk is too high. We're a small community. Someone would notice. If I had to guess, I'd say an outsider took a gear and has stashed it somewhere. Can you think of anyone who fits that description? Other than you? No. People do come and go from here every day, but nobody stays. They're only here for business. If whoever stole our stuff is here, they're in hiding. Come to think of it, Magpie did have a stockroom hidden in the basement of some restaurant around here. She's awfully cagey about where it was, though, and I never saw her key. Maybe the gear's down there. Let me ask you something else. Bye. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you you're gone? Okay. Well, awkward. Alright, well, let's go talk to the reporter. Maybe he knows. Not sure why he would, but hey. Demergo! Nope. Not going to do... Oh, Magpie stockroom. There we go. Open it comes. This feels climactic. I'm gonna save the game. Is there a quick save button? Sure, there's a quick save button. Ah. Alright, save. Let's go. I have played this game before, but not for a long time, so, you know. There's food! Oh, someone must be here. Despite the table's crude construction, an artfully laid meal awaits the owner. Several small dishes are filled with pickled vegetables, while a larger plate is arranged with long slices of raw meat. The meat is a pale pinkish white, like raw pork, and is covered in a light soy marinade. Poking at the raw meat, you discover that it's surprisingly tender. What's more, it has the faint aroma of marinade, as if deliberately prepared. I'm gonna leave that alone because I'm pretty sure that's people meat. Mementos! This box is packed full of odds and ends. It nearly overflows with a collection of knickknacks, souvenirs, and assorted personal effects. There is no rhyme or reason to the collection of items. They appear to have been thrown in haphazardly. Among the contents are charms from various temples, a wooden mask, and a paper fan. Examine the mask! The wooden mask is extremely light. It's been painted a pale white, and the surface is almost as smooth as porcelain. Delicate features and lifted eyebrows are matched with bright red lips and delicately carved teeth. The teeth have been stained a deep black. Examine the charms? The small charms are square cloth packets, each approximately 1 inch wide and 3 inches tall. They come in a variety of bright colors, and are embroidered with characters for prosperity, peace, wealth, and protection. Inside each appears to be a folded paper prayer or fortune, written in Japanese. Examine the paper fan! Unfolding the fan, you tilt it upward toward the light to examine it. The image depicts an East Asian city from the 19th century or earlier, curved roofs at sunset beneath a deep blue river. 2 ships sail down the river, which is in turn spanned by a long wooden bridge. In the foreground, laborers carry buckets along the shore as a man on horseback rides in the opposite direction. In the distance, a pair of large red buildings dominate the city's skyline, 1 large temple hall, and a 5-tiered pagoda. Leave the box alone! As you step away from the box, you hear a slight click in the distance, the sound of the door's latch. You are no longer alone in this stockroom. Damn it! Alright, what we got? Oh! Crimson Samurai! Standing before you is a man clad in heavy armor and bearing a katana on his hip. His skin is an ashen gray, his eyes dead white. His teeth are jagged and appear quite sharp. This is no man. This is a ghoul. The ghoul's blind eyes search back and forth as it regards you. It cannot see you, but you have a sense that it knows exactly where you are at all times.
Ah, a hired gun, no doubt brought to bear against me by the Wampoan elders, a means by which they can lift the curse plaguing them. I salute your tenacity, but I wonder, will you hear me out before raising your weapon to kill me?
You don't seem interested in eating me.
Yes, and I am not only talking, I am reasoning as well. And, since you have not attempted to kill me, your own higher faculties are engaged. I am curiosity to you.
The ghoul bares his teeth, breath rasping over them as he inhales.
You wish to know not only what I am, but what I have done. As for who, you may call me Gaishu.
I know who you are. You're the one killing the Wampoan elders.
You are correct. I have killed all of the Wampoan elders to date, though only Elder Magpie was according to my initial plan. I regret the death of the other elders, but it was necessary.
Explain yourself, right now.
This affair began simply enough. As you may surmise, I am not someone who can be seen in public without great risk. Wampoa Garden is an excellent place to hide, no police or triad presence, and minimal interest in things that lurk in the shadows. Unfortunately for me, Elder Ng discovered me through communion with her spirits. Rather than kill or chase me away, she came to me with a proposition. Ng and the other elders were having problems with one of their number. An elder named Magpie had been holding many of their plans hostage and would not budge. They could not remove Magpie, however, because her services were too useful to the Wampoans at large. Ng offered me payment to dispose of Magpie, and I accepted.
Wu shoots you a sidelong glance, tusks bared as he gifts his jaw.
Why the hell are we talking to this thing, BarriKade? It's a goddamn ghoul, and you know what they're like. Really? What, pray tell, am I like? All teeth and claws and bad manners, I expect.
Gaichu's tone is amused, despite the harshness of his rasping voice.
Really? You want to crack jokes, you cannibal?
Wu takes an involuntary step forward, raising his rifle.
You're the kind of monster that devour a family just because it's convenient. Remember the 162's BarriKade? He's just like them.
The 162s were a gang, Wu, in the Barrens.
Like that makes a bit of difference. Go on then, monster. Go on then. Talk to that monster. But I'm keeping my finger on the goddamn trigger. I believe that we were speaking of the Elder's plans to have me kill Magpie. Surely, you must be a little bit curious about that.
You didn't clean up all of her blood. I found some in the drain.
Ah, unfortunate. I had thought I was careful enough. Having it on my hands must have obscured my sense of smell enough that I missed the last remnants in the drain. I disposed of Magpie's body by emptying the blood in her bathroom. Then, I cut her up into more portable pieces. Those are placed in a plastic top, which I took to the storm drains and hid.
Gaichu nonchalantly waves a hand, his tone flat and unconcerned.
It's unfortunate, but my survival depends on consumption of raw metahuman flesh. Letting such nourishment go to waste would be a foolish error.
But why kill the other elders, then?
I contacted the elders, not in person, of course, and they arranged to exchange payment. I assumed that since the job was done, Ng would be a woman of her word.
Baring his teeth, Gaichu hisses his next words through clenched teeth.
I was mistaken. I arrived at the nearby parking garage the elders had told me about. They'd cleared out the other Wampoans under some pretense, though I'm not sure what ruse they used. The elders never showed up. Instead, several members of the Hong Kong police force arrived. They were more heavily armed than usual, so I suspect they knew something of my nature.
I saw scarring on the concrete from bullets and a blade. You killed them with a sword?
And my hands, yes. My blindness precludes the use of ranged weapons. Unfortunate, since I was an excellent shot before I became infected. But my skills in grappling and kenjutsu have only increased. A battle of swords is a clash of souls. Mine was stronger than theirs, and they perished. A betrayal of that sort cannot stand. Not only was I not paid for my time and effort, the Wampoan elders treated me like a common animal, and I am so much more than that. Reputation is everything, and I had none. I had hoped to build a network of contacts so that I would be able to continue finding work, but with that treachery, my hopes were dashed. I decided to become the monster that they feared. One by one, I have eliminated them. They know how to contact me, and could have ended their nightmare at any time by making amends. I would have asked for more money, but I would have ceased my hunt. Yet they did not. Instead, they contacted you, no doubt asking you to eliminate me where the police had failed. So I ask you now, what now? What will you do? Will you attempt to finish what the Wampoans started? Or will you treat me with the same humanity I have shown you?
Let me ask you some questions. Did you eat the elders?
Some of them, not all. My condition requires that I consume raw metahuman flesh. I do not require a great deal to survive, perhaps 3 to 4 pounds per week. Subsequently, there is vastly more supply than demand.
Okay, creepy. Is this from your armor?
Ah, yes. I felt a ragged edge on one shoulder plate. I assume it was removed when one of the police officers shot me with his rifle. The hazards of war include unkempt attire, unfortunately.
Why would the elders have you killed instead of just paying you?
Any number of reasons. They are notorious cheapskates, and will always try to save money when dealing with outsiders. It could be their natural inclination towards profit. They may regard me as subhuman, and therefore unworthy of respect. It could be that they felt I was too dangerous to allow to live. It could even be they simply did not like me. The net result is the same, however. They reneged on a deal, we broke it, and attempted to have me killed. A message must be sent. Blood must be paid. As they have hired you to kill me, they have obviously not learned their lesson.
If I let you live, what will you do?
Kill the rest of the elders, and anyone they send to exterminate me. It is a matter of survival. Should I ever have the opportunity to work freelance again, potential employers need to understand the price of betrayal. These murders are my curriculum vitae in revenge.
I've made my decision.
Oh, what then will you do? How will this story end?
Come and work with me. I can be your face.
A curious offer. And what of the elders? Will you allow me the satisfaction of killing them?
I want to see what they have to say first.
I would counsel you do not believe their words, but you have the sound of one who is wary as a matter of course. Very well. Let us wait until a bit later in the night. Most pedestrians will be off the streets, and it will be easier for us to approach the Wampoa without being noticed.
Sounds like a good plan. Alright, let's go check out the elders and see if we can maybe convince them to cop up to the blame. I don't know. I don't even know what's going to happen here. I just want to see what they say. Alright. Go down here. Elder Ng. Yeah, this will be fun. As you approach, Elder Ng's eyes widen. Her mouth falls open and the veins on her neck bulge. What are you doing? You've brought this thing into our home. Quick, kill it before it kills us. Porter hefts his pistol warily, but does not aim it at anyone.
Yeah, I have to say, this isn't a good idea. Why the hell is a ghoul in here, and why is it wearing armor? Calm yourselves. I am not an it, and your elders know this intimately.
Gaichu bares his teeth in a rictus grin as he turns to face Ng.
Good evening, Elder Ng. I can smell your fear, and I'm glad of this. It means you are learning the price of betrayal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell is going on here? Can someone explain to me why the ghoul is talking?
Gaichu had a contract with the elders and they betrayed him.
You dare to accuse us of conspiring with a monster and covering it up? You're insane. The very idea is preposterous.
Porter nods at the elders, looking back to you with a wary expression.
I'm interested to hear what kind of evidence you have to support this theory, BarriKade. As far as I can tell, this monster killed Tong and the others, and that makes him a threat that should be eliminated.
They died because they betrayed Gaichu rather than paying for the killing of Elder Magpie.
You believe this vermin? This creature that feasts on metahuman flesh, that kills and dismembers our tribesmen? You are a naive and foolish man if that's the case.
Spits on the ground in front of Gaichu.
What proof do you have that Magpie is dead?
Please. In matters where an elder is accused of breaking our law, the other elders generally judge them. In matters where all of them have been accused, I am authorized to act as a judge. Make your case, Shadowrunner. There was a large amount of blood in her shower drain.
So what? Perhaps she cut herself and washed the blood off. Or perhaps you're mistaken about it being blood. You're simply guessing as to what happened. That's true. It's a guess. And even if it is her blood, that doesn't prove that the elders hired this ghoul to kill her.
Porter gives Elder Ip a sidelong glance.
The elders have always protected Wampoa Garden to the best of their ability.
I found Magpie's necklace in the storm drains. Porter takes a moment to examine the necklace. He nods at you.
This is definitely Elder Magpie's. If you found it in the storm drain, that's suspicious, but hardly proof on its own. Of course it's not proof. The number of things lost down storm drains in Hong Kong must number in the tens of thousands per year. While unusual, it's hardly evidence of foul play.
She hasn't been seen in a month, not by anyone. She wouldn't just disappear like that.
That may be unlikely, but it's hardly impossible. You haven't established the elders were involved. All you've done is make suppositions about it. What proof do you have that we hired and betrayed this creature? I won't sit by and listen to idle accusations without any kind of concrete evidence to back it up.
What about the fight with the Hong Kong police force?
How do you mean? What does that have to do with the elders and the ghoul?
This is a piece of Gaichu's armor I found in the garage. The markings on it prove it. You point out the armor's markings to Porter, and he nods with some satisfaction.
This is from his armor, definitely. But how does it prove that the elders knew of the ghoul's existence? The police officers were abnormally armed and armored, with much heavier gear than a normal patrol. They were armed with armor-piercing, discarding saber rounds. That's hardly standard issue. Lesser weapons wouldn't have broken that armor plate. If all they were looking for was a common fugitive, why be prepared for a fight of that magnitude?
The evidence in the garage points to a fight with someone using a sword. We allowed the police into Wampoa Garden because they were hunting someone. They never told us who or why they were looking for their quarry. It didn't have anything to do with us.
Gaichu hisses through clenched teeth, addressing Porter Lamb. I was only in the garage to collect payment from them. The ordinary residents were warned of the HKPF's arrival and were gone by the time I arrived.
That's suspicious, I admit. Porter regards the elders for a long moment.
It still doesn't prove the elders knew it was the ghoul.
You Wampoans don't allow police inside the area. Why make an exception this time? The police were polite and asked our permission to enter. They were hunting a non-Wampoan. That was reason enough for us to allow them in. Porter considers this for a moment, and then shakes his head.
That doesn't add up. Why would the police ask us for entry now? They've never been polite before, and they've always tried to force their way in here. It just doesn't ring true to me. Did you ask them to come, in order to hunt this ghoul?
Preposterous! Porter, you know what our community is like. We wouldn't lie over something like this. This ghoul has been lying the entire time, trying to cover his tracks. He still brutally murdered several elders.
That's true. Those murders were vicious and cruel.
Porter fixes you with a hard stare.
I don't see any way to explain that away. This ghoul is a monster for how he killed Tong and the others.
Tong wasn't tortured. There was no astral residue of pain or fear. He didn't even feel the blow.
That's correct. I struck a single blow while his back was to me. His death was instant. Regrettable that he had to die for your folly, but necessary to protect my reputation.
Glares at Gaiju in stony silence before addressing Porter. You cannot believe what these people say. They are not to be trusted. And even if this is true, he still killed Tong. Porter looks back at his expression flat and without emotion.
Maybe so, but a monster would not take Tong's suffering into account. He may be a killer, but he's not harmless. But he's not heartless. Definitely not harmless.
Tong's body was a mess, true, but he died quickly from a sword blow to the neck.
I struck Tong down with a single blow from my sword. The mess made of the body was to send the elders a message, but I had no desire to make Tong suffer. At any time, and the other elders could have made amends, and the killings would have ended. Instead, they hired a Shadowrunner to kill me. It's not about cruelty, it's about sending a message.
That's not what I would have expected, looking at the body. You killed him before you dismembered him?
That's right, and I killed the other elders in a similar fashion. There was no cause to prolong their suffering. The message was for the living elders, not the dead. If the elders wished to treat me like a monster, I would terrorize them like one until they paid reparations for their mistake.
Come on! You cannot possibly believe this crazy story. It's absolutely insane! The scene of Tong's murder, like the others, was a deliberate sham. It was made to look more horrific than it was.
I believe you. The blood smeared on the walls, the removal of his skin. That's a scene designed to evoke horror, not the scene of an actual fight. Elders, what do you have to say in response?
This is a farce. We have dedicated ourselves to protecting the Wampoan tribe and everyone who lives in Wampoa Garden. Do you really believe outsiders and monsters over our words? We who have only tried to end the killings? You've been duped, Porter. You and this Shadowrunner.
I concur. Porter, you know me. You know that the kind of person I am. I wouldn't be party to the killing of another elder.
I can't believe we're even entertaining the notion that we have to defend ourselves. We should be disposing of this ghoul instead. Tang narrows his eyes at you, hissing.
If you think I'll forget this, you're sorely mistaken. I will not tolerate this kind of insult.
Magpie's gear was missing. Obviously missing. Why didn't Ip tell me that? He would have had to have noticed, and Magpie's shop is locked up. Why didn't he want me investigating? Pure supposition. You think it proves something that I didn't know equipment was missing? Magpie's shop is always a horrible mess.
Tang, you did a full inventory of Magpie's matrix servers. You assured us everything was running fine, and you would be able to continue her work. I find it hard to believe you missed something as obvious as missing equipment, especially while searching her stock.
The elders were all too happy to have the Red Spears move into the garage, almost like they wanted to keep anyone curious about the fight away.
That's right. Ip, you even told me not to go find out what happened with the fight. You said the Red Spear gangers were moving in, and to leave them alone. Why would you tell me not to look into it?
I was only trying to protect you from the Red Spears. They're dangerous, which is why I wanted to deal with them directly. That's all I got. It's pretty damning, but hey.
All right. I think I have some idea of what's going on here.
And what do you believe the real story is?
Gaishu seems to be telling the truth. Elders, too many facts don't add up. You are obviously hiding something. possibly a great deal, from the rest of the tribe. I'm sorry, but I have to take you into custody until the community can decide the extent and manner of your punishment. Death would seem appropriate to me, especially given they kept up this charade even to you, one of their most trusted citizens. Don't you dare talk to me like that, you disgusting beast!
Ip begins to raise his weapon. Porter reaches out to stop him. Ip reluctantly stops.
Ip, no. Don't make this any worse than it is.
Porter turns to face you.
Thank you, BarriKade. I'll make sure that justice is meted out. You are free to go, and I will ensure payment is delivered to you. So long as you take Gaishu with you. I cannot have him staying here.
He'll be coming with me. Ronin! As you exit the Wampoa into the sweltering night and air of the Kulon streets, Gaishu turns to face you.
I confess, I am unhappy with the decision to allow the Wampoan elders to live. We should have killed them, if for no other reason than to maintain our reputation.
That's why I let them live. That's not how we do things. Gaishu bows to you. Gaishu bows to you, head held very low.
I can accept this. I am unused to working with Shadowrunners, and assumed you would see things as I do. Hopefully, there is much I can learn from you. Shall we leave this place? I am eager to be done with Wampoa Garden.
Yeah. Want to leave Wampoa Garden now. Actually, you know what? That seems like a fantastic point to leave it there. We managed to convince Porter Lamb that the Wampoan elders are the ones responsible for all of this, and we managed to recruit Gaishu and get him to see our point of view. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I will try to return to the 1-a-week schedule that I have currently been... Sorry, the 1-a-day schedule that I've been keeping up with in the past. I will post links to this playlist and to my channel as well if you wish to subscribe. Please leave a comment in the comment section below if you wish to tell me anything that I did wrong, anything I could do better, or that you just want me to stop, because these videos are awful. Either way, thank you again, take care, have a fantastic day, and be good to one another. BarriKade, out.